And we are live. What is up, guys? Praxeology Prodigy back with another Red Pill Lens movie review. Today we have Forrest Gump. I was gonna do Casino Royale, but I said, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I already told these guys I'll do Forrest Gump, so I'll do it. Yeah. All right. Give me a second here. I'm fucking sunbathing, kind of, because I gotta. You guys already know my desk setup here. I got the sun right on my face right now, so I feel fucking great. Okay. Let's begin. Alright, first things first. First point. Hold on. Just gotta adjust the mic so I can. Fuck it. No. I'll bring it up here. Okay. I'll just have it on me. All right, sorry guys. So we get an introduction to Forrest. He's sitting down. He's obviously missing some chromosomes or some shit. So he starts talking about his mom, indicating he's a mama's boy. So right off the bat, we basically know he's innately blue pill and doesn't just get it, unfortunately. Although he's dressed pretty clean, he has good appearances, like a good appearance, so he clearly has some kind of presentation manners. So he's not all bummy and cruddy, indicating that he's a man that definitely accepted his burn of performance, because he's not just all bummy and cruddy, right? So good RP take, burden of performance, but just bad I guess morals. It's the blue pill mentality. Okay. Next point. Then we find out in the next scene his IQ is actually 75. So it's just low IQ, and then I believe scoliosis as well, because his back isn't straight and he has these little metal legs. But his mom, she becomes like an OG OnlyFans model for a little bit, and she lets the principal lay some pipe and becomes a Twinkie, a thought pocket to a fucking level 2 asthma patient. You guys know that fucking the fucking noise he made when he was smashing that bitch. Bro, that motherfucker was wiping the sweat off him, so you know that shit was humid as fuck and stunk like a motherfucker in that room, bro. Yo. Yeah. That's the worst, but whatever. Yeah, she kind of seems she looking really old. So I think this might have been the issue too. She might have had this kid when she was too old, a little too late for him to be born properly, I guess, right? Because I heard it's that when you're a mother, when your mother is really old, the births aren't as healthy as they could be, or whatever. But yeah. So next point, we see the first interaction between the blue pill puppy Gump and Jenny the hen. We'll call her Henny, and we'll just call Gump Guppy, or Gump, whatever. And she's nice to him. She lets him sit with her on the bus because no one wants to let him sit with them, because obviously they can tell he's like different. But we see this is like a Schopenhauer RP nugget pop up with hens having children brains, and obviously they're kids in the scene, but even all the other kids knew he was different, right? To a level of, and like they had like a level of maturity. You can call it a lack of compassion, right? But the hen eats him up right away. She talks to him like an equal. She lets him sit right next to her, and yeah, Schopenhauer. And then we see this motherfucker getting picked on by the kids, like the bullies. But the hen inspires him to run. And we have the iconic leg braces breaking off of him scene, which is pretty cool. And next point, then we get a little bit more background on Jenny. Her family situation is dark. This movie's dark, bro. Like, the underlyings of this movie, like, if you understand it, like, they're fucking dark. You think it's just like a family film, but when you break it down and you, like, listen to its characters and shit, it's fucked. It's fucked. Yo. But yeah, yeah, she has a drunk dad and a miserable upbringing. And then she goes and prays with Forrest in the field to become a bird and fly away. What a bittersweet scene. Also, I think this is where The Notebook got its inspiration for that ending. But whatever. It is what it is. And then we see them a little more grown up now. Same old, you know, just the hen telling him to run. And he ends up becoming a D1 athlete in college. Then he goes to the NFL, becomes a millionaire. And that's the end of the movie. All right, guys. See you guys. Nah, kidding. So he's a D1 athlete in college, and we see a montage of Forrest inserting himself in historical moments, and we see this happen a lot throughout the movie, like him going to the White House a million times, seeing new presidents, and the CGI on the lip moving thing is a little bad, but I guess for the time, it's what, 94 that this movie was released. I mean, what can you really do about it? Did the best they could. Okay. Next point. And we see our first old contract hypergamy scene. We see Forrest puppy, Guppy, is waiting for Henny outside of her college. And she pulls up, giving this alpha jock genuine burning desire in his whip. And Forrest sees this. And obviously, he has zero social calibration, so he doesn't know what's going on. But at this point, he tries to save, quote-unquote, save Jenny from the, quote-unquote, bad guy, when in reality, it's just bad blue pill game peeking its head out in Forrest. Because he's, like, different. He's not like the other guys, the other bad boy jerks that are going to break your heart mentality type thing, right? So after this interaction, the hen takes the puppy to her dorm, where he sees his first pair of tits ever. And I think she deep converted him here, because like from here on out, he just loves her a lot. But he is unaware of his own biology, right? He's almost fighting his horniness, which is really sad. It's like, damn, bro, you don't know what a boner is? You're like in college and shit. You know what I mean? Much less tits and shit. Bro, what the fuck? Bro. Okay. Next point. Then we see the beginning of the Brotherhood of him and Bubba. Bubba meets him on the military bus, and Gump mentions that something that kind of resonated with me about when he was talking about the military. He said the military wasn't hard. Obviously, I'm not talking about the military aspect, but I mean the simplicity of things, right? How Gump is just like, yo, things are so simple. People make it harder than it seems to be, and I'm like, bro, that's exactly right. Obviously, again, I'm not talking about the military. I've never even been there or whatever, but and never will. But it's just like living a simple, modest lifestyle while having discipline and accepting your burden of performance and being RP aware, being a good contributing member to society. Like, right, like, just like, don't do drugs, don't drink, don't go crazy when you go out or whatever, and be a responsible adult. Like, and also little things like making your bed, or showing up to work on time and hitting the gym consistently, being on top of your diet, which I really didn't learn that until like earlier this year. So okay, but yeah, it's just little shit like that you see a lot of people struggle with, and you wonder why people don't just get it. Right, I didn't need the RP to get most of this shit. RP helped a lot because it enhanced all those little aspects, like becoming better in the gym and diet and all that shit. That like inspired me to go out and get a fucking workout program and shit. And my physique changed tenfold, right? So, and I thought I knew what I was doing, but I still the premise was still there. I still hit the gym constantly, but it enhanced everything. Everything is just more streamlined. Okay. It's not even about that though. It's just like how simple things in life are. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't drink alcohol. Right? Okay. But yeah, the RP helps enhance all those aspects, and it makes things like that second nature, like doing your bed. It's just some people don't even do their bed or show up on time to work. You're like, bro, we're adults. Show the fuck up on time to work, bro. What are you doing? Like it's not that hard, bro. What the fuck? Like, since my first job, not my first job, but I think it was like my second job. My second job, that's when I really, because my first job was like a candy store and shit. Well, I had two first jobs. I had a candy store and then a grocery store. And those jobs, I really was like, I lived kind of nearby, so I didn't really care about like being prompt. But then my second job, it was like a call center shit. So that's when I kind of really realized, yo, I gotta be on time. So I liked showing up like 15 minutes earlier than my supposed shift, just chilling out, hanging out, socially talking and shit, being social, whatever, and then get to work when work is up and running. But yeah, I resonated a lot with when Forrest Gump said things like that are simple. Okay, so let's see, what else did I say? Yeah, I think people need to be a little more open-minded and like hard-headed, like Gump over here, because like, just say no to bad things, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's just easy, simple things. Okay, I went on a tangent there for something small, but yeah, I like that point a lot. Okay, next point. Then we see Jenny becomes an early iteration of an OnlyFans model, just like Forrest Gump's mom, and then he saves her again and declares his love for her. This is in the when he finds her at the at stage, like naked in a guitar. We see that she deep converted the little puppy when she let him grab the tits, but she tells him he can't keep saving her. And for a moment, she goes black pill and wants to jump off the bridge. Like she hates the bait on her life that bad. She'd rather end it all than be with him. And because she's unable to find player two, right? Every single player one, quote unquote, female hen wants to find a player two. But by a miracle, some whip pulls up and she just dips away from the beta bucks guy and the whole situation and continues on with her life. Okay, next point. Then we get to the war scene in Vietnam where they get ambushed and shit. And this is more of like showing the character's courage and whatnot. It's not really RP, but you get to see that we see Puppy Gump lose his best friend Bubba. And bro, he went back to an active war zone. Think about this. An active war zone with bullets flying left and right to help and save your best friend, including the other guys from his platoon and Lieutenant Dan. Like, bro, Brotherhood makes you so fearless because like that's some balls, bro. And like Dan told him that it's about to be bombed to shit with like napalm, so he still went back for him, bro. The power of Brotherhood, man. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, next point. Then we get to a little bit of Lieutenant Dan's ethos. Just for that time, he zeroed out after he's lost his legs. He zeroed out. He wanted to die in the field. He wanted to be black pill. He said, "Oh, I wanted to die with honor, like my past family members." You can call it the burn of performance if you want, but I call it an easy way out. And if anything, a denial to the burn of performance and just being black pill about life. Right? The beauty about the burdens of performance, you always have to start somewhere. And if you're in a deficit, like we all are from birth, coming out of the deficit with like handicaps, in this case fucking no legs, it makes things 100 times better, right? I mean, you can say he kind of accepted his burden when he joined the military, but it's the burden is never over. It's never over until you're over, you know? So there's always a burden to fulfill or something to perform for. Okay. Next point. Then we see Henny, Henny, fucking Hen and Jenny. You get it? So, fucking Henny meets Gump again, and she takes him to. Oh my gosh, bro. She takes this motherfucker to Wakanda, bro. Wakanda forever. I'm kidding. Wakanda forever. Yo. But yeah, she takes him to the little Black Panther party situation they got going on there, where she gets bitch slapped by a blue pill alpha libtard guy, and Guppy stands up for her, and he stands up for her again. This is like the third time, college, the scene where she's like in the strip club and third time with the boyfriend, and he asks her to be his girlfriend, and she says no. She'd just rather go back to wherever she's from. But we see another little montage of her hoe phase. She's been passed around from state to state. But again, women hate Beta so much that this bitch just goes back to her abusive, comfortable relationship that she's familiar with, right? Chapter 1, Rational Male, Soulmate Myth, right? The other day I said it was Of Love and War that unplugged me. I'm pretty sure it was the Soulmate Myth that unplugged me. I'm pretty sure it was just chapter 1. Because I remember reading that. I was already like, I woke up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Soulmate Myth is a fucking great chapter. What a great chapter to start with. It explains everything. Literally everything without explaining anything. That's the chapter. I'm pretty sure that's a chapter that made me just get it. Like, okay, this is the way things are. Let me put on my sunglasses. The fucking sun is burning me up. I just don't want to have the sunglass. Like, I want if I get tan right here, because I'm like sunbathing right here. Because again, like I told you guys, my desk is right in front of the white window, so I get so much fucking sun in the morning. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take off my shirt and just like sunbathe a little bit, get nice little tan line. And I heard it's good to get morning sun. Apparently, it helps your testosterone or whatever, or your hormones and with your circadian rhythm. But I don't want to wear my sunglasses because I don't want to get like a tan with the sunglasses outline. I have my Ray-Bans. These are my original Ray-Bans, actually. I got these back in 9th grade. These are pretty cool. They're like the round ones, brown looking ones, but fuck it. All right, off topic. My bad, guys. My bad. Yeah, Soulmate Myth, chapter 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take them off. I can't read for shit with these. Too dark. Okay, and next point, we have a little side scene, and this is the only red pill scene I can think of in the movie, where Lieutenant Dan and Guppy, they got some whore hens back in the room, back in the apartment, after New Year's Eve thing went down, and Guppy isn't feeling one because she tastes like shit. He says she tastes like cigarette or whatever, and she calls him stupid. He's like, no, she's like, the hen, she's like, what, are you stupid or whatever? And Lieutenant Dan, we have Lieutenant Dan go Frank Castle. He's like, don't call him stupid or whatever. And he's like the OG Frank Castle in this situation, because he kicks the bitches out for being disrespectful. Now that's RP as fuck, bro. You stood up for your homie and you're okay with losing out on some pussy, bro. That's RP. Like, again, that's the only RP glimpse, like the only glimpse of RP we have in this film, all while having your buddy's back and, you know, making sure he doesn't like feel like shit. You know, he's clearly blue pill. But shout out to Dan, man. Albeit he was talking shit about him earlier being a boat captain. Well, it's probably just some banter, whatever. Okay, next point. Then we see Guppy gets to leave the army after his ping pong thing. And he goes home. He serves his entire military time, and he gets a fat sponsor check for 25 racks. Like an old contract affiliate marketer before all these new YouTubers, whatever, type shit. But yeah, he accepts another new burden of performance in memory and honor of his good pal Bubba, which is fucking RP as fuck. And he goes into the shrimping business. Like, you see how he's been hitting burn of performance after burn of performance after burn of performance. First, he goes to college, does sports. Then he goes to the military, serves his military time out. He gets shot, gets injured, but he still finds another thing to do, playing ping pong. And after ping pong, he goes into shrimping business and he's just finding shit to do. So that's RP as fuck. Like, that's really testosterone, like sex transmutation really popping its head out into Forrest Gump, which is really cool to see that concept playing out. And then we cut to Henny. She's living it up in the last few days of her party years. She's doing coke and heroin and shit. We see needles everywhere and bitch getting coked up. And just as she's about to take the black pill, the bitch enters her epiphany phase, wanting to get out of that life and going back to something more comfortable and secure, right? Who would have seen that coming? Who would have known? Fucking preventative medicine over here. Okay. Next point. Then Forrest and Dan, they become millionaires, man. After like their shrimping endeavor, their shrimp burden of performance, I guess you want to call it. It takes them to the moon, man. And that's an interesting take on how jumping from burden of performance to burden is, and fulfilling each of them to the fullest way, basically takes him from a like fucking dumbass to a high value man status. It did take a long time, obviously, delayed gratification, but again, he's not stopping his overall burn of performance. He's just jumping from BOP to BOP, right? From a new one to a new one, ping pong, college, military, shrimp, running, this and that, you name it. He's jumping. He's not ending his overall burn of performance. He's just jumping from place to place, okay? But he fulfills them all, and he gets rewarded. The most ultimate reward ever is just high value status, right? High value man status. And we see a little montage too that he gives money to Bubba's family and shit. It gets them all set for life. Does good for like churches and shit in the area in Alabama or whatever, or was it over there where Bubba's from? I don't know, but he did a lot of good things like hospitals and shit, which is like really cool. You see that how that a man becomes high value by proxy, everyone around him, his community is going to benefit. So RP. Okay. Next point. Then we have Jenny coming back after getting her epiphany phase. She comes back to be a dream killer and tries to drain all of the utility out of Gump. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, she comes back for a reason. We're like, what is she back here for? She comes back. She spends a few days with Gump, and he proposes to her, and she rejects him. The truth is, his genetics she can never share her genes with the beta, right? It's his genetics. Even though she gives him the "it's not you, it's me" rejection, it's clear as day she just wants to use him, right? She does let him hit, and somehow it worked, like negotiated desire out of her, or he negotiated desire out of her, but just as easily as she came, she also left, right? What a dick, what a hen. Yeah, next point. And we fast forward and we see Guppy goes for a run a few times across the country like Goggins. Did you guys see that he's training Tony Ferguson, bro? That's going to be a crazy ass fight when it comes around. When is he fighting? December 16 on I forgot the UFC paper. Yeah, that's going to be a crazy ass fight though. I'm gonna watch that shit. All right, but yeah, anyway, Henny comes back to show him his kid, which she actually did end up sharing his genes with Guppy, apparently. Maybe it's another guy's. Bro, there's no way that kid's Gumps, bro. There's no way. Like, yeah, she smashed him and did, but there's no way she'd want to be a single mother and shit, right? And just share Beta Buck's genes with a Beta. Like, he's not Alpha Fucks. Sure, he's a high value male, but he's not Alpha Fucks. Alpha Fucks is the guy from the fucking foam cannon party, you know? Fucking 6 foot tall, 6-pack guy that has the best genetics and metabolism ever. All right, so yeah, I think that's another guy's kid, man. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. Like, I think she wants her alpha seed to be taken care of by Beta Bucks, so she probably lied to him, to the poor guy, to Gump, saying, yeah, this is your kid, and then married him to contractually tie him up and forever making him utility for her alpha seed bloodline. That's my theory. You know, say what you want, but yeah. And then she passes on with AIDS. What a hen for doing that. What a hen move. Why would you take away the potential father's kid from his father? Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, she was only 37, but damn, she didn't even hit menopause. What the fuck? Or she probably had like early onset or some shit. Who knows? Whatever. All right. Oh, that was the final point, actually. So yeah, as for the movie score, RP score, I'm gonna have to give it a 1 out of 10 RP score. There are some bits of RP in this film, such as the Lieutenant Dan scene standing up for Gump, and Gump accepting his burn of performance, Dan coming back from zeroing out, accepting his burn of performance too, and he becomes a high value male, gets his legs back, albeit they're titanium, whatever, but he still comes back. He doesn't take the black pill and go that route. He accepts reality, he accepts truth, right? Which is cool. So, but there's just not enough RP in this film for it to qualify for anything more than a 1 out of 10 RP. I could bump it up to 2, but nah. All right. So as for the blue pill score, yeah, we're gonna give it a 9 out of 10 blue pill score. Gump was plagued with one-itis, soulmate myth, little Henny, and Gump. And well, not really Henny. Henny was just practicing her hypergamy. That's more RP, but whatever. We see the dualistic mating strategy there, the alpha fucks beta bucks. Is it dualistic mating strategy? The other one is mate switching. Yeah, no, that one's bullshit. It's dualistic, right? Alpha fucks, she's fucking all these jocks and shit, all these dickheads, and then we see fucking beta bucks, she ends up marrying him after her fucking party years. She's 37 and ends up marrying the guy when she's all used up, ran through, and is about to die with HIV or whatever, right? So yeah, the blue pill ideology is in Gump, mainly because he was raised by a single mother. But yeah, this film was blue pill as fuck. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but the Lieutenant Dan scene gave me like hope. Like Lieutenant Dan as a character was like the RP hope that the film needed, right? Yeah, he moved on after zeroing out. That's the hardest part. Man, what a fucking champ. Okay, yeah, that's about it for the film. This is the outro. Yeah, I'm about to hit the gym right now. Do 10K steps Thursday today. And then from here, after today, we're going to be doing the Casino Royale 5G. Finish that one up for you guys. And after that, I kind of want to... I do want to still do movie reviews, but I want to do, like, shows. Like, I've really been eyeing The Boys, because The Boys is really blue pill. So what I'll do is I'll do, like, points per episode, and then do, like, a season review. So, like, season 1... right, there's like, let's say there's like 8 episodes, I'll do a point per each episode, like the main blue pill social, like intersexual dynamics for that, and about like characters and shit. I'll try not to go make them too long, because if I do them episode per episode, it'll just be a long fucking series, bro. I don't want to bore you guys to death. I just want to get to the point, in and out. Or I could make it all one episode and do the whole series. I'd rather just the season by season thing, because it'll give me a little more time to build upon that, right? And after that, what else was I gonna say? I was thinking of doing something else too. What was I gonna say? I'll remember it later on. I'll let you guys know when I think about it. I have it written down in my notes, actually. Did I write it down in my notes? 1 second, guys. Nah, I don't have anything. Okay, so yeah, either tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I might have another 2 RPRs for you guys, Red Pill Rants, with Small and Diego. One with Small and Diego, potentially, hopefully, and then the other one with a potential guest that we will discuss RP topics about. Really just understanding a little bit more RP, but he brings a twist to the RP, which isn't really RP. You can call it purple pill, but we want to hear both sides of things, right? I would consider myself like a true RP enthusiast. Stick to the source material, right? Nothing else, no in betweens, none of that shit. Yeah, okay. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's it. Wee.